Hey, what's up guys, Kiri here and welcome to another video. This time I got lucky enough to get birth invite for a zebra, and with that came a mega herd. Now I do want to showcase you guys this video because I do think this is a wholesome moment, and this is why sometimes I really enjoy playing Animalia. And for those wondering, no, this was not staged, this was totally random. So this is how we became a mega zebra herd. Now I want to say to you guys to be careful with the sound, because when there's a lot of zebras together it can become a little bit hectic, so keep your volume a little bit down. I would say he was probably fairly proud. It's probably his first time also seeing this many zebras together. We have a mega group. Now, I would like very much to take this time to address something about the Rhino video. For those who are watching this video and haven't watched the Rhino video, I'll give a little bit of an explanation. So I kept getting a lot of hateful comments, some more than others, about why I didn't help the zebra on that video. Well, sadly on this server there are rules that really don't allow you to help people outside of your group or from different species. On that video I was playing as a Rhino and I found a fellow zebra that decided to tag along, but eventually that zebra got hunted and got killed in the process, and a lot of people started commentating about why didn't I help. In the server, sadly, you're not allowed to help people from other species as a different animal and people that are not in your group. By doing so, you would either get a strike or even worse, a ban from the server. Now there are a lot of rules in this server that I don't really enjoy and don't really like, but it is what it is and people need to oblige and play by the rules, because if I don't, I would get banned, and sadly this is one of the most populated servers in the server. But with that, I do hope that I clear a little bit the air and give you guys an explanation, and next time please think a little bit before commentating. Now on to the video. As soon as the sun was up, it was time for us to go into an adventure. And I do have to say, this was a pretty fun migration from the west side of the map. We are just so many people that it's affecting my FPS, which is pretty funny. After a big migration, we just decided to do a little pause to eat and wait for the rest of the group because, as you know, traveling with babies, juvies, and subs, each people have their own stamina and own speed, which is something that is pretty realistic when it comes to a herd. Throughout these few hours of playing with a big group like this, kind of shows how pretty fun it is and sometimes pretty hectic it can get because a lot of people don't really know what to do, a lot of people don't really know who to follow, and some people want to migrate, some people just want to chill, some people want to fight, and that is the beauty of sometimes playing with people. To take control of this massive group, we decide to elect a leader, the one that has the most experience in navigating through the map and the one responsible for guiding us to fresh green grass. But with that, as soon as I noticed we were back in the road, migrating to another place so that our offsprings could grow. A lot of the times in big herds like this, I came across a lot of abandoned offsprings. Babies that were neglected or maybe forgotten by their parents, left behind to die because, after all, if you're not fast, then nature will select you as its prize. But because I believe in unity, I decide to tag along with this baby and maybe find her parents back to the group. You don't want to accidentally jump and fall and break your legs or maybe die. Like this one. Leg that is injured, sadly. That's why you don't run when it comes to cliffs and mountains. I've learned my lesson, especially on the isle. So now we do have to wait until he heals up because he cannot run. A broken leg sometimes is a big problem in the wild. With a broken leg, you can't run, you can't turn fast, and it makes you vulnerable to attack. That's why sometimes it's better to be careful when it comes to cliffs and mountains because you will never know what will happen. We were living our peaceful life, our best life, if I should say. We had numbers, we had a healthy herd, but eventually a problem later on came to surface, which kind of threw off the group. We got notice that our leader of the herd got killed. With no leader, we had to resort to choosing one. Having so many, but not a lot of them adults and not a lot of them experienced in the game and map, we decided to cast a vote to see who would step up to lead this big herd to victory. It is not easy being a leader, especially when you have so many people in your group. There is a lot of weight on your shoulders. One wrong decision and it could cost lives of everyone. But luckily, we got a humble hero who decided to step up and take care of this big herd and take the lead. Once everything was set and ready, we were waiting for everybody to make another big migration. As soon as our leader was ready, he decided to take the lead, and we followed. He's probably amazed how many zebras are there, but I'm pretty sure that if we jumped him, we would be able to knock him out a lot and probably kill that lion, but sadly the zebra damage is not really that high. I do have to say that although there is not really that much action, this is pretty wholesome, because usually when we have a big group like this, people start to leave, and then as you guys know from my videos, I usually end up alone. But it seems like nobody's leaving and we still have the same numbers or even more numbers than we started, and people are still inviting, we're still having babies, which is pretty wholesome, I do have to say. Is he here to take a look? Or are you here to kill somebody? He's probably taking a screenshot. The numbers that we have, we would probably kill this lion, but because the zebra does not really do a lot of damage, it would take us pretty much a lot more hits to kill it. But the fun part is that we can knock him out, so if we have at least 5 zebras kicking, he would probably be down, laying down on the ground for a long time. But you can see that there's a mix of adults, elders, subs, and babies. After showing our big army to the lion, we decide to migrate to a different place, something beyond, somewhere where there is life and maybe death. With this, we decide to migrate to the northeast in hopes of finding some great places to eat and to rest. Now here's something that usually happens a lot in the server. For those of you who follow my Animalia survival video, know that a lot of people in this server tend to be friendly. Too friendly, to be honest. 2 male lion approaches, and as you can tell, nobody is fazed or scared of them. We actually greet them because we thought that they would be friendly. And as you know, herbivores and carnivores are not friends. But because I'm pretty used to this type of behavior, I decided to try and shelter this little baby zebra, but for no avail because there was just so many food to kill. It eventually erupted into a brawl where even one of those lions got knocked out, but as server rules dictates, once there's a body, the fight needs to stop. But because a lot of the people in this group don't really know the server rules, the admin had to intervene. And now that they killed, we are at the presence of a admin. Because in this server, once the body is down, the fight needs to stop. This goes to show that sometimes you don't need to be very friendly at times. A lot of people mistakenly love to be friendly and forget that herbivores and carnivores don't mix. But because a lot of people usually play together, sometimes you might come across people that you have played with. That will always result in death and sometimes even ruin the experience of some players. But this has been your boy Kato. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this wholesome migration zebra video. Make sure to leave that like if you guys enjoyed the video, a subscribe if you guys are not yet subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in a next video. Take care and peace.